Aquaman 2. Now, we know that the title was revealed by James Wan, the director. Just a bit of background information: Aquaman, the first movie, came out and grossed 1 billion, and I think everyone was surprised at that, especially because it came out a year after Justice League came out, which was a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Uh,
But yeah, this was a big hit, did very well, and I'm surprised that a sequel didn't come quicker. I'm surprised they weren't into production straight away for it, but it's going to come out. And James Wan revealed that the title will be Aquaman and the Last Kingdom, which is a very interesting title. Not just Aquaman 2, it's Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, I should say, sorry. And like the Aquaman film came out, and people loved it, some people liked it. I don't think many people hated this film. I thought it was visually stunning. I loved what James Wan did underwater, the visual effects there. I thought the Patrick Wilson was a great kind of villain as well, and I'm interested to see where it goes. But Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Casey, do you think that James Wan is throwing maybe an French movie idea that got scrapped into this movie as well, or where do you think he's exactly going?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what exactly was the plot of Trench, so we probably might not be sure. But look, James Wan, I think, will make a way better movie this time because the last time around when he made that movie, there was a lot of internal studio stuff going on, and all kinds of notes might have been passed to him. So we don't know. Although I did love the first movie, I really enjoyed the first movie. I saw it in IMAX, and that was a great experience watching the underwater world for the first time. But yeah, I think the second movie's tone might be a little different than the first, and even the title card over there, it looks like it will the the first scene in Aquaman 1, it was about the lighthouse, right? So that was kind of a very darker, realistic tone for that movie and for the beginning of that movie. So James Wan is also a horror director and he's a master at that. So why not bring in some of that, into this movie?
Hope they do.
Yeah, but the like I think like the Pitbull song, was it, that was thrown into it, International, or one of those songs? I
Ocean.
think like that was thrown in yeah, Ocean to Ocean. Sorry, that's it. Yeah, and the kind of pee joke by Aquaman. I thought those were kind of just forced into the movie. And I think if you cut them away and do more kind of realistic, more grounded humor, I think it would elevate the movie even better. Even though I love the first Aquaman, but Ali, you've obviously seen the first Aquaman. Did you like it? And have you read the comics or anything, that, or would you like them to go in a certain direction for Aquaman too?
I like the first movie. I wasn't into Aquaman that much at first, but then we had CCXP here. And what I like about the things they do here is that they do a lot of promotion. And there was this big scenario of what Aquaman at the event, and I'm friends with Maher cosplayer and Aquaman cosplayer, and they were a big hit because of the movie. So we went to see the premiere, and it was awesome. I was like, oh my god, I love Aquaman now. And I didn't read his comics. I actually don't read comics here in Brazil because they are way too expensive, like out of this world expensive. So I do some research online, and a storyline or something, I go online and do my work.
Yeah,
And it was really great, the first movie, but I hope that they go a bit darker in the second one, because I like humor in movies, but not that much in superhero movies. I like it to be more like serious. Like one joke or another, okay, but
I agree.
one of the reasons that I'm not that much into Iron Man, because I think there is a lot of jokes and not that much of the other stuff. So I hope they go darker in the Aquaman. I will love that.
yeah.
Yes.
And like you could argue that the most like intense scene that replicated what James Wan did from the two Conjuring movies that he did was the trench moment, the kind of the monsters surrounding the boat, and then they jump in. Like that scene is just visually pleasing. So
Yeah.
like the Lost Kingdom could mean anything. It could mean a kingdom full of these weird monsters. It could mean another character like Aquaman, who's a king of his own kingdom. Like
Yeah.
that, who knows what this world is going to bring out? KC, do you have any theories what the Lost Kingdom is?
I think in the first movie, I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but I think in the first movie there was mention of, when King Nereus was talking to Orm and he was explaining all the kingdoms, and they were in that, seven kingdom statues thing area. So there was one that was not told to us or explained to us. And I think they mentioned something along these lines. They said, oh, that kingdom is lost or something like that. And maybe that will be the main plot, and they have to go explore that first. And like you said, we don't know what new threats they might discover there. And there could totally be a new a king there, who could be the villain. And we know that Patrick Wilson Orm is coming back, which is great because I love him, and hopefully he'll be the Loki to Aquaman's Thor.
Yeah, I think that can be pretty cool. Ali, did you have a character apart from Aquaman in the Aquaman film, apart from Jason Momoa?
I really liked Orm. He was like really badass. And
Yeah.
I gotta say, it's hard for me to choose because I like it so many characters that I was like, okay, I'm a bit lost at this, but I love it. The Momoa's version of Aquaman.
Mhm.
I think he brought so much richness to the character. I even had to make a female version of him for my cosplay because it was so badass.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Thank you. I identify a lot with him, like that mood of his and all this. No joke with me. So
Yeah.
I think I really like him more than others.
Yeah, I like Jason Momoa looks different from anybody else in the superhero world in Marvel or DC. So he stands out, and you're automatically attracted to him because he's different than everyone else. So like you're more interested in him as a character.
Yeah.
See, is it Black Manta? Is that the character's name? Played by Yahya Abdul.
Yes.
Is that him?
Yes.
His character, I really liked his character in the first one. I hope to see more of him.
Yeah, me too. I didn't look. Black Manta is a great character in the animated movies as well that have been coming out in the past years. And I was really worried when they were first doing him because the character design is so ridiculous for live action, especially the helmet, and it had all the probability of failing, but they did a pretty good job, and the texture is great and the look is great. It's super black, and it looks amazing, and Yaya played it pretty well. I really liked his character, even when the mask was off. So it's great that he was just taken away and never defeated, so that he can keep coming back later on. So that's great.
I would love to see Aqualad.
Yes.
It would be cool.
Is that Aquaman's son? Is that the character? I don't know. I don't know the character.
I've seen him in animations.
Mhm.
He, I don't know how to explain this because I'm recently binge watching everything that he did, from animation to movies, and he's an interesting character. I'm binge watching Young Justice on
Yeah.
Netflix,
He's great in that.
and he's really great. It will be interesting to have him in live action in a movie because on the Titan show, they didn't
Yeah.
they didn't do much with him.
Yeah, I think
I don't
he
even was he
just
in
he
it.
just He was in one scene, I think, in a flashback or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even remember.
That was terrible.
But yeah, hopefully we get new characters introduced as well, because it expands the world even more, and there's
Yeah.
obviously a huge fan base behind Aquaman and Jason Momoa, because he's a very good looking guy. So so it does pretty well.
Yeah.
And so we're all looking forward to Aquaman too. I think the way that James Wan kind of showed off the title was pretty cool, just sitting at a desk and just in the background, which was just simple, but